Hey everybody, good energy to you guys. So I wanted to just go over a few more things that this multi-purpose business can offer. So, hemp, you can make hemp bread, pizza, snacks, drinks, smoothies. There's many other things I'm sure that you could cultivate from just, from the hemp bread and various products of culinary means that you can consume. There's herbal supplements, tinctures, medicine, pastes, all sorts of different opportunities as far as medical is concerned. Hemp is a biofuel. This is a big one that Pops again told me about yesterday. I mean, it's a huge game changer if you think about it. But yeah, hemp is capable of running diesel engines. So we can begin transmuting the world from petroleum-based gas and plastic. So it can also create, all these things that are made out of plastic can be made out of hemp, and it's going to, again, not take away from the earth, and it's going to help clean up the rest of the earth. So good stuff. So yeah, we can do that, and then with the 3D printing technology, you can start printing vehicles. You can start printing. I mean, you can print trailers. You can print anything. I mean, essentially. So it's really the imagination is the limit with these type of things, and of course, making sure it works and all that. But so yeah, we could start showcasing what these 3D printing technologies can do with hemp. That could be another little area we have. This multi-purpose business is a place just for 3D printing technology and the projects that we're working on, and just a demonstration, a hands-on maybe approach to share with people that these type of technologies exist, and you can do these type of things with hemp, and then you can have all the information about hemp and all the different things you could do with it in that room. And then along with that, so I keep going on here. Oh yeah, so then hemp, I mean, there's just so many things, but you can, supercapacitor as a battery, it's, more viable than graphene. I mean, it's just, there's so many different things you can do with it. It's just so much better than the competition in so many ways. It's really quite ridiculous the more you look into it. So again, yeah, so just the ambiance of this place, man. So again, we're getting back into the energy spectrum of things, because that's really the main purpose behind everything I've been doing, is to spiritually combat the forces of evil that are on this planet right now, and that humankind is in the midst of a very, in my opinion, it's long from God's perspective. It's not very long, but it feels like it's been going on for a long time, and I think we're at the kind of the closing, final countdown type shit. So this is all in spiritual warfare. All these things, all these routines, and these good deeds and works and hemp and all this stuff is really ammunition that's being thrown towards the enemy. Even though it's just stuff that's good for life, that's the type of stuff that fucks them up, is love. That's why it's been said, it's your love vibration, it's your greatest insurance, it's your greatest weapon. It's the word of, the God, and it goes into Yahushua, and it teaches you just about being a better human being, being able to take care of everything that you're around, just being a better lover, being, that much in touch with your creator, with God, with the Most Highs, with life itself, the Holy Spirit, everything. So that's what this movement's all about, man, is just finding a way to integrate that into this reality, and, figure out some jobs for us to work that are good, and also able to integrate with the times that we're in, that can help transmutate things into a different reality. And with the 20 acres, we can have all different types of projects going on. We can even start to open up, dog and cat, or just loose animal, wild animal. I've always had a thing with taking care of animals. Little bears have been in my life. A lot of people in the spiritual community have animals. Animals are a good way for human beings to get back in touch with their telepathic selves, with nature. You can learn a lot from animals and just being around nature. I mean, little bears taught me a lot too. So these are good things. And there's even ideas I have that, could potentially make dogs a little bit more useful, so that they're not just constantly consuming all the time. But that's a whole other fucking idea that I'll get into another video. But with 20 acres, my point is that there's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of different things. We can start working on Tesla coils. We can start getting different types of generators running. We can start developing, literally plans to, create our own cars, and figure out a way to get eco-dwellings that we can start distributing on a mass to other people, so they don't have to keep living in these houses that are super expensive and bad for the environment. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. There's so many things that, that we can do. And that's the beautiful part about life, is like, we're only limited by our own perception, but if we start expanding our perception of what we can actually do, and stop listening to these people that tell us we have to keep doing the same fucking thing all the time, you know, life can be really fun. Life can be really fucking awesome. And we can change some things for the better for all and for ourselves. And we can have a real good time doing it too. But we are going to have to get off our asses. We are going to have to deal with the bullshit that comes. There are going to be fights. There's going to be strife. There's going to be arguments. There's going to be problems. And we're just going to have to know we're going to get through it. Try to keep a positive attitude. Try to use wisdom with things. That's why having this honor-based system of negotiation and way of working with each other, I think, is extremely imperative, because one of the things I continue to find through and through with communities and this and that is just getting things done with people and getting over egos and getting over hurt feelings and ownership. And this is also why it's very imperative that I don't want anybody to own this single-handedly. I want this to be a completely all part of the group owns it. You know, I'm the driving force behind it, but I do not want to own it. I don't want to be the one in charge of all the money, anything like that. You know, certain things like the nonprofit, various aspects like that. I don't want to change. I'm open to discussion, but you know, as far as like, you know, I'm going to need a vehicle. You know, the community's going to need a vehicle. So, you know, if it's not me, I don't mind giving it to somebody else. But the situation that I'm in, it would seem prudent that, you know, perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to have it. But again, that's really just because I really need one. I'm injured and I have Little Bear and I'm trying to get out of Portland. So there's an actual need for it. It's not so much that I want the vehicle. No, I just need it to get me and Little Bear and whoever else wants to come with me from point A to point B. And then once it's at the, you know, the establishment, the community, it's for everybody to use. And that's where I want to get back to doing things, is like things like cars and houses and all these toys and all this abundance of things that we can learn to share them and take care of them, that we all don't have to own them. We don't all have to slave over them just so we can all have our own fucking thing. Instead we can learn to share and not need so much stuff and rely more on love and creation and music and art and being together and fun games and all this stuff that I think is good, is a little bit, you know, healthier in line with, you know, goodness than badness, you know, as opposed to a lot of these other, you know, unhealthy activities that are so, you know, trending and popular today. So anyways, just some food for thought, guys. I'm just going to keep coming at it because, again, there's a lot of information here to share with y'all, and the more you speak on these things, the more it perpetuates the movement. And for the time being, this is you know, I mean, this helps me get through these times here, you know. So I encourage y'all, I mean, express yourselves, man. Work on creation, share your ideas. I love feedback's always awesome, but I don't want to push anybody to give feedback because I don't want to force anybody, but it is good to give feedback from time to time. So just know that that's how I feel about that, and I hope you all have a great day. All right, love you guys. Bye.